I recorded a video earlier and it probably needs a little bit of editing, but I'm going to just reiterate it here because my thoughts, I kind of know what I was saying and it'll be a little bit more precise here. Um, the Republican Party, MAGA, and anyone who doubts the Democratic Party, they're going to be so the reason why they're so they're trying to prevent us from like winning, honestly, is because they know they're going to do right by the people, and people will overlook them because for years and years and years, for decades, they have tried to suppress us. They have tried to tell us what to do with our bodies. Um, they have tried to take away things that are helpful to us, like the Affordable Care Act. Um, they have no plans. They really aren't, um, in my point of view, for businesses like they say they are, or the economy thriving and stuff. No, no, you're not. You just want to line your pockets and help your family. And I put parentheses around that because I really don't think that they care about their kids um, having more wealth. They care about themselves having more wealth. And I'm not saying the entire party is like that, but Donald Trump certainly is that way. And I was saying in the last time when I was recording it on my phone, I said the party shifted. Okay, once Kennedy started to have empathy for black people and what was going on back then in Alabama and the South, and because TV really was the catalyst for people waking up and seeing like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this stuff is happening to people. They're sicking dogs on them. They're spraying them with fire hoses from the fire department, and that's cruelty, right? So people got to see the harm that was being done to black people in the South. And so the Kennedy administration was not, they said, you know what, we can't sit on the sidelines anymore. We have to kind of do something about this because we're seeing it and people are angry. This is just not right. And we can thank Robert Kennedy for that, for being in his brother's ear, and Martin Luther King and all of them who said, if you're trying to get our vote, you're going to have to do something different. So when the Republicans say, we're the party of Lincoln, we're the party of Lincoln. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because that party is long gone. So that's the reason why a lot of black people became Democrats, because the Kennedy administration ended up really earning our votes. And because black people were generally Republicans back then, because the Democratic Party back before the Kennedy administration was pretty much how the Republican Party is today. So basically it switched. And so when they say they're the party of Lincoln, we know that's not true. Because if they were the party of Lincoln, they would have given our 40 acres and a mule. Like it may not have been 40 acres and a mule, but they would have given us some type of reparations. They wouldn't try to shut down the ACA. They wouldn't try to take away the rights of women, right? And so even though the Kamala said, we can't lawfully say this is just for black people, which I understand, but when you benefit black people, you're going to benefit everyone in between. Because to me, what the Republican Party or MAGA really wants is for the white, older generation, men in particular, to benefit. So I do not see why um, anybody who's black, a woman, poor, middle class would vote for the Republican Party of today or any day, really, because Democrats are the ones that are helping people and actually making policies and putting forth policies that will help benefit all people. So I know that people are just completely misinformed. They're uninformed. They're uneducated. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to believe the truth, even if it's right in front of them. They don't want to believe the stats. They never believe the stats, and you can put it right in front of their faces, and they'll try to still refute you as if it's not true. And you're like, you know what? The Bible talks about this. Don't argue with fools. You'll just get caught up in their mess, right? And it just doesn't benefit you. It just doesn't benefit for me to argue with someone who is just in belief of something so strange and so wrong. And if I know it's the truth, and there's data to back it up, and there's people who like live these experiences too, you know, for people to say January 6th wasn't real, it was the deep state. You know, it really was a peaceful protest. They just let us in. Which one is it? Which one is it? Did they just let you in, or was it the FBI and them doing all this? Which one is it? Get y'all story together. Because I saw what was going on in real time, from when it was kind of weird and they started pushing the people at the steps all the way to where they walked up the Capitol steps, totally overran the policemen and got people smashed into doors, like locking their neck into the door. They're throwing shields. I'm seeing when they're breaking the glass. So you can't sit here and tell me that wasn't people from the Trump side when they got Trump flags. They got Blue Lives Matter flags. They have a noose out there. And they're saying, hang Mike Pence. I do not think the FBI of today, this is not Edgar Hoover anymore. Okay? We don't have, is it Edgar Hoover? I think it is. I'm trying to remember if I'm getting my Hoovers right. But anyway, J. Edgar. We don't have that administration no more. I mean, that we're not living in those times anymore where it's segregation to the core and keep blacks and whites separated. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that the FBI, especially the Biden administration, is sitting up here sending, or honestly, it was the Trump administration then. So you're not going to sit up there and tell me that the FBI was doing it. And even if it was the FBI of Trump's policy, I mean, Trump's term, I mean, it wouldn't be too far-fetched because, I mean, but the thing is they're separated. And so they have to do the right thing because they're not really working for President Trump like that. But that's what he wants. He said he was going to use the DOJ to, you know, do his bidding. He would use the military to go after his enemies. Well, Trump, I guess everybody's your enemy, dude. Except the people who love you. You want to release the J6 people. Because it was a love fest. You told them to go down there peacefully. Okay, how did that turn out? And then you waited, 3 hours, 4 hours for you to call it off, and then you told them that you love them and we know that they're wrong for what happened. No, you lost, dude. You lost fair and square. Own it. Take it like other people would. It's okay for you to be mad. It's okay for you to be sad. It's okay for you to cry about it. But you're gonna live. But again, this dude doesn't live in reality. I want him to release his psychological test or whatever. I want him to do it. Because I know they're gonna say he has some issues. And there's nothing wrong with having mental health problems. But when you're running for the president of the United States and you have to make very important decisions, we can't have someone who's mentally unstable in the office. I'm sorry. And this dude, he's just insane. And people are who support him and believe him are insane as well. But we got to keep praying for them. Okay, y'all? Okay, love y'all.